What is going on, guys? Teen Mechanic here. I've got something a little bit different today. You already saw the title and thumbnail, and if you've been following my Instagram and Facebook, you would have seen this already. But I got a flip car. That's kind of what I've labeled it as. It's more of a kind of an endeavor to see if I can flip a car. Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting. So let's get right into it. All right, okay, here it is. This is a 2008 Mazda 3, not a Speed 3, yeah, it's a Mazda 3, and it seems to be in pretty good shape. Now I'll give you a little bit of a story here. So first things first, because I know I'm gonna get comments about it. Yeah, I cut my hair. That is what it is. I said that actually. I was recording a video yesterday, and I said that in that video, and that'll probably come out after this video or whatever. So I'll say that twice. But anyway, aside from that, having to do with the car, I was in the market. I was trying to find a car, like some kind of a good selling car, so that I could flip it, if you will. And I've got a lot of experience buying and selling cars, but not necessarily flipping cars. So getting things done in a timely manner, and my main objective is to make money. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. So this is gonna be a little bit different, but that's okay. I'm gonna learn quite a bit. But anyway, I was in the market for a flip car. So what I did is I found this. I think it was like a 2000 Acura. It was an Acura Accord. It was just an Accord. Acura. It was a Honda Accord, and it was the V6 with an automatic transmission, the nightmare pairing with that automatic transmission. But I was willing to take the risk because it was $750, and the guy said he was negotiable, so I was interested. So I went and I pulled up. We made a time. I pulled up and I said, "I'm here. Yeah, I'm outside. Hey, where are you? And just nothing. Didn't even see the messages. It was just through Messenger. So I said, okay, I gotta go. I spent maybe 10 minutes waiting there with my dad and didn't even respond. So I thought there was a chance he could have been doing that on purpose. And hey, it happens. Some people are like that. But that's okay. So I moved on. I said, okay, I gotta go, and I didn't want to go home empty-handed. So basically, what ended up happening is my dad pulled over. I was like, trying to find a car, trying to scramble to find some kind of a flip car. So he pulled over and was like, hey, you got to tell me what we're doing. Just give me some input. And I found this Mazda listed for $500. And I was thinking to myself, wow, $500. These things, like, if you Google a top 10 list of best flip cars, these are like number 1 or 2. So I was like, okay, $500. I probably am already too late. It was listed like 13 minutes ago or something. So anyway, I ended up messaging him, and basically the whole story was he had said, "Oh, I've had so much interest in this car, I have to increase. So I've had to increase the price to $1,500." So I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, like, just come on, dude." So, that's, some people are like that. So I should have been out right there. Well, I shouldn't have now in hindsight, but, I was like, yeah, no, okay. Sorry, man, can't go that high. I could do like 7 or 750, but that's it. And he said something like, no, although the highest bid right now is $1,200, but he can't come tonight. So if you can come tonight, I'll do 1,000. So he keeps piling on the lies. He's just so full of it. But, then I'm like, okay. So I said no. I can find another one at that price inside of the week. It's just an average price at that point. Sorry. Thanks. And even though that's a little bit untrue, these things are expensive. I said that, and he knew I was calling his bluff. So then he said, okay, man, I know what we're both looking for here. I could do, like, if you could even help me get to 850, I'd be okay with that. So this guy's full of it. So I said, okay, I'll tell you what. I'll come. Where are you? I'll meet with you. We can meet face to face. How about that? And he said, okay. He lived in south of here, south in South Calgary. So I drove there right then, and he was a nice enough guy, easy to talk to, and he had this. So anyway, I got there, and actually on the drive to the place, I read the description more thoroughly, and it turns out I had skipped the part where it said, the clutch doesn't work, it needs a clutch. So I was like, okay, that's why it's so cheap. So then I was like, okay, well, I don't think I want to do it then, and I sure wasn't going to pay $850 at that point, because if it didn't need a clutch, oh yeah, $850 all day long. Yeah, no, so if it needed a clutch, it would be like, oh yeah, no, 500 max, and you know, not saying it wouldn't be worth even $1,000 to somebody, but I'm not spending that kind of money on something that needs a clutch. So anyway, I got there and he like kind of wiggled the clutch pedal with his hand and said, "Step on that." And I said, "Okay." I did, and it felt fine. It felt pretty normal. And he was like, caught off guard. He was like, "What? That doesn't make any sense." And yeah, so turns out it was fine. The clutch itself was fine. What happened was the clutch pedal did sink, and I bet you if I get in here, it'll sink. Let's give this a shot here. I bet you. Well, let's see. Oh yeah, it sinks right to the floor. So basically, what happened is I popped the hood, and I went right to the slave cylinder, which is a combo with the master cylinder, I believe, and it had no fluid in it. So I think, we've got some kind of a clutch fluid leak. So anyway, all I ended up having to do was, I just used it. But if you pump the clutch up, it ends up getting nice and firm and working perfectly fine. I took it for a spin, and it worked fine. So anyway, now it's pretty much spoiled, this is the best part right here. Look what we've got. We've got a stick. Nice, which means higher price but takes longer to sell. So anyway, that's in my opinion, that's something good, because this is the first manual car I've ever had. So anyway, that's kind of the whole story. I ended up going over it and picking little things about it, and then eventually, as soon as I saw that clutch was fine, technically fine, it might even still need a clutch, because probably the clutch is covered in brake fluid. I wouldn't be surprised. But I locked him right into $850. I locked him right into it, because he's the kind of guy to try and get more. He's the kind of guy to be like, yeah, well, the clutch works, so $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, and I'm not all about wasting my time. So I locked him right in $850, and then sure enough, I got it for $850. So that's kind of the whole story. I got this car for $850. It's a manual running and driving Mazda 3 with only 268,000 clicks. And it's got the 2-liter, which is the better engine in my opinion. My dad's Fusion had a 2-liter. And yeah, this is a good... it's not the Duratec, I don't think. I don't think this... Or maybe it... Well, it's no weight, so I think it is probably the Duratec. But you can see that right there. This is probably the Duratec 2-liter. But anyway, taking another walk around the car, it's dirty. It's really freaking dirty. But that's okay. The stereo works. Everything seems to work, which is nice. And in the trunk, let's see here, we've got this. What the heck is that? Well, that right there is a resonator, and I don't know if you caught it amongst the mess in this garage. Right here on the jack is a muffler. And the guy called it an exhaust tip, and I didn't open it. It was in a bag, and I didn't open it. I assumed it was some fart can. But no, it turns out it's a muffler that says Fomoco on it, which is probably from this car. But I didn't see a place for it. So the guy said that the cat was stolen and that the resonator was cut off. Now, let me show you underneath the car. You can see here, the cat's hanging down. It really doesn't look like a cat has been stolen, because now it's got 2 cats on it, and I don't think this thing would have more than 2. But you can see right there where the exhaust is supposed to go and isn't, and you can see where someone cut it. So the resonator's already that long. I don't know actually if there is a cat missing from this, and I don't know where the muffler would go. Maybe there, but either way, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know the story with the exhaust. But you know what that means? Haha. This thing here is... Here, let's pump up this clutch. This thing is... It's a teenager mobile. Yeah. Now, sorry guys, but in my opinion, that sounds like absolute garbage. No offense. That sounds like you're shaking a can of pennies. That sounds like, hey, I've got 4 cylinders. That's all I can afford. No, that's not my thing. It's really not my thing. But you know, I don't know. It's some people like it. Teach their own. But anyway, it runs well, it drives well, and it's got 2 new tires on the front and 1 bad one in the back. Only bad because it doesn't hold air, so I'm just gonna patch that. But yeah, I mean, you know, that might have something to do with the exhaust. But anyway, it's a great car. I can't go wrong with $850. You know, like this car is an $850 Mazda 3. Can't go wrong. Alright, so now that you have a good idea of this car, that was quite a long little spiel I went on there, but now that you have seen it, let's jump right into this clutch issue. So something I noticed is if we go over here into the footwell, turn on a light here, and look, right up here where the clutch pedal meets the firewall, look how wet that is. Yeah, that's a little strange, I must say, and I mean, this is... That's wet, and that looks like kind of like brake fluid, so I don't know. That could have something to do with it. So that location of that would be underneath this battery box, so what I gotta do is take this battery out, and I'm probably gonna need some kind of a code from Mazda to get the radio working. But anyway, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, let's get this all out. Wait, actually, before we do that, I'm gonna scan the computer because I don't want to take the battery all apart without scanning the computer first. I saw this and it reminded me that I have to do that. Let's find the damn OBD port. There it is, right there. Let's fire it up. And here we go. So the reason I'm scanning this is because if I take this off, we have an airbag light right there. So I would like to see exactly what that is, because that would definitely fail an inspection. Turn this on here and see what it gives us. Right, a fresh new scan. Let's see here. So, thank you. Well, I'm going to start with this, and we're going to go to Mazda, which is probably going to be Asia. Even though this is really honestly a Ford, it's going to be a Mazda. Alright, we'll go automatic, read, come on. God, this thing is so slow. No, really, this thing is a miracle. I got this thing for Christmas, and boy, oh boy, this was the only thing on my Christmas list. This is just absolutely invaluable. Okay, yeah, this is what we got. Auto scan. All right, let's see what we got, because it'll be the airbag module. Oh, and apparently also, oh yeah, there you go. Okay. Okay, so here are our faults. We have the ABS. Let's look at that. There's no ABS light on, so that's nice. Okay, left, oh wow, missing. Okay, let's see if, oh, and there's no freeze frame data. Okay, that's strange. Alright, yeah, okay, so that's strange. Okay, so I guess we've got the left rear wheel speed sensor. Alright, that's interesting. Alright, let's look at the airbag module here. Okay, so here we go with the airbag issue. So, occupant classification system calibration fault. That's an interesting one. Okay, interesting. Okay, so you know what that is? That's going to be this. This is the... This is what will cause an airbag light these days. This is, you know, when you get in your car and there's some light somewhere on the dash or somewhere that says, passenger airbag off. If that light burns out or gets disconnected, that will trip an airbag light. So that is what we have here. Now, I don't know where it is in this Mazda. I really don't. So I'm going to have to find that. Man, yeah, I don't even know where that would be. It would probably be somewhere up here on the dash. I don't know, or maybe up there somewhere. Who knows? Could be anywhere. But anyway, so that's our airbag light. That makes things a lot easier. Okay, now I'm interested to see just what these other ones are here. Let's look at these. All right, so. Okay. All right. So that's our airbag light. That's fine. Okay. Now what is the let's see, the generic electronic module? I'd be curious to see what that does. Okay, so for this, that's just going to be this here is like look at its requirements. Like the washer fluid reservoir must be more than half full. All of the compartments and doors must be closed. And look at what we have right there. A washer fluid light. So that's probably what that is. So I'm going to just leave that alone for now. I don't really care about that. All right, well, I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, so now what will probably fix that is fill up the washer fluid tank and fix that airbag light. Okay, so I think that gives us a pretty good idea of exactly what's going on with the car. I think that airbag light is the big thing. So that is good. Now let's get into this clutch thing. All right, so now it's actually a couple days later, and I mean, I actually ended up getting a little bit sick. I'm okay now. I mean, still got a little bit of a sore throat, but I'm good now. But now what we're going to do is take out this battery box. I showed you a couple days ago well, actually it was a few seconds ago for you, well, before the computer segment, but the master cylinder of the clutch actually looks like it's kind of leaking. And I'm really hoping that the slave cylinder isn't inside of the transmission if it's leaking also. Actually, I'm curious now just to see if we can see what the fluid level is in here, because I'm curious to see if we're actually losing any fluid, and it sure doesn't look like we are, so I don't know. That's kind of strange. Okay, well, I guess what I'm going to do is get this battery out, and then we'll get this stupid plastic crap out and go from there. All right, so we'll start by just getting this negative off here. Oh, come on, man. Make life easy. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, so no more power. I'll also get this positive one off. There you have it. Alrighty, now it looks like we've got some 13s or something over on that hold this battery in. That looks way bigger than a 10, but okay, whatever. Keep in mind, guys, I don't work with cars that have 10 millimeters on them. I work with cars that have 3/8 on them. So, you know, forgive me if I don't exactly recognize my 10 mils. There's a reason I still have my 10 mil. The Matador is easier to work on for, like, one reason. There's a whole tool storage spot right here in the fender. This thing, not so much. Alright, let's get this thing out of here. There we go. Oh, looks like we have something. Oh yeah, okay. It's got something that clips on to the bottom of it. That's kind of interesting. Alright, so we've got all this plastic garbage. Alright. So we've got, let's see here. Oh, that doesn't look like much. Looks like we've got, yeah, there's the strap. Yeah, okay, I see two 10 mils or something like that. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, so there are two 10 mils. One is right here, as you can see, but the other one is down inside of this little rut. A lot harder to get to, that one. I hope that's actually unscrewing. Ow! Fudgesicles! Okay. I hope that's actually unscrewing and not just spinning whatever the hell. Let's just hope I get it. There you go. Okay, let's see if this box kind of wants to start to come off here. Let's see. There's a lot of little stupid plastic clips that you gotta pull out. Listen to me, I sound like Scotty Kilmer, how much I hate plastic. That is true though, I hate plastic. Okay, come on, get out of there. There you go. Okay, there we go. Alright, that's one. Oh, okay. Oh, that's way down there. Okay. And there's another one. And another one. Come on. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. And this plastic thing comes off. Alright, now we've got an more open battery box. Now, the thing is with this ECU, I don't know how this comes out because it's a separate piece. So let me do some investigating. Honestly, I probably don't have to do it this way, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm just going to take this ECU, or I'm going to just unplug it, even though I'm probably not supposed to do it that way. Do it anyway. Come on, man. Oh. Holy cow. That's not what you want. Come on, man. Come on. There you go. That's okay. That's so brittle. That is so brittle. That's insane. There we go. That's what we want. Don't want to break it. Okay, let's just grab that one and that one. There you have it. ECU is unplugged. That doesn't affect anything. Alright. I should probably get this frickin' air box out of here too. This is insane, all this plastic. Holy crap. Okay, let's even... Oh, there you go. That's one. There's two more. What the hell, man? No way, that was it? Okay. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take it off here, get more of this out of here. Quick disconnect little fitting things. They're just annoying. And honestly, what do these do for anybody? Okay, well, here's what I'm going to just try to do then. Let's see if I can just flip this over here. Like this. Okay, now we've got some room to try and get this battery box out of here. There's of course still more tiny little pieces of plastic that are holding it all in there and together. So there you have it. Oh, that's what we need. Nice. Okay. grab this little stupid squeezy tab. Oh, that stinks. Let's grab this squeeze tab. There we go. It's free. Oh, it's free. Look how much dust. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys can see how much dust is there. That's just insane. Okay. All right. Now we can see if we can, holy crap, get access to some better things. All right, so let's take a look down here and see kind of what I was missing. So you can see the ABS pump right there. ABS module. I don't actually see. Well, okay, so if this is the brake, okay, hang on. Let's look at this together, because if you climb down here and in here, look at that right there. That's the clutch master cylinder, and that is wet. But then way over here on the other side of the steering column is the brake pedal, which obviously goes into the booster. So it's far under there. Okay, I see. Let's see if we can get a better look here. So where's the steering shaft? That's the question. Should come through. Yep, right down there. So now, okay. What? Maybe it's like under this. I hope not. No, I don't think so. Well, we gotta find the clutch line is what we got. Oh, I found it. Here it is. Here it is right here. Okay, so here's what we do. It comes down. Let's see if we can see the, now with this out of the way, I wonder if we can see if we have an internal or external slave cylinder. Oh, yeah, it's external. Yeah. Oh, you can't really see it, but look. Right down there is an external slave cylinder, baby. Check it out. Oh, that's awesome. That is a huge relief. Okay. So let's look under here together. There she is. There she is right there. Oh, man, that is so freaking awesome. Okay, so all right, I'm going to get my dad to come push the clutch. Honestly, I don't think there's any fluid in there, so I think the trans is safe. I think it doesn't have to come out. And considering there's like no sweating or leaking around this whatsoever. So yeah, honestly, that looks okay. I wonder if I could maybe pop this little boot cover off. I can, actually. And I don't want to unsettle any clutch dust, but I do want to see if I can get a look in there. Oh, that's a lot of clutch dust. Oh, look at that. It's dry. We're good. We're good. Okay, I'm going to get this back on before I get cancer. All right, guys, so that is a huge, fantastic relief that that this thing doesn't need the transmission to come out. So, yeah, the slave cylinder looks good. So I guess it would just be the master cylinder here. Now, this is the clutch master cylinder. I wonder if there's a better way to get at it. See if you can see in there. I mean, that doesn't look wet either. Now, I imagine. So I just want to know where this thing gets its fluid. So that goes in there. Yeah, that comes right up to here to the master cylinder. That's the reservoir. Okay, so that's fantastic. Okay, I'm going to get my dad to come out here, and I'm going to get him to push the clutch and see what moves and see what doesn't. Okay, so basically you have to pump up the clutch fluid pressure as normally, but the slave cylinder is fine, dry as a bone, moving in and out. As we saw, the inside of the transmission is dry, which is fantastic. The only place it seems to be seeping fluid, even at where it gets the fluid, comes down, comes right into the master cylinder, dry as a bone, comes out of the master cylinder, goes all the way down this line, through to, well, actually, let's follow the line. Yep, comes down, goes through, super dry, to the slave cylinder. So none of it is wet. So the only place I think that it could be failing is right there. Yeah, that looks right. Now let me actually touch it. I haven't touched it yet. Let me see if that's like, if there's like lots of fluid all over it. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, guys. Holy crap, it's dripping. It's dripping. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, that's what it is. Okay, so now we know. All right, guys, that's actually a really big relief to me because now I know that the transmission doesn't have to come out. I was really kind of freaked out. I mean, I wasn't sure if this thing had an internal or external slave. Turns out it doesn't, which is fantastic. I wasn't expecting it to have an internal one, but it doesn't, which is just great. Now, so now I guess we know now it's the master cylinder, which is nice, because that's probably the easiest thing to do. So yeah, all right. I'm gonna get on Rock Auto and order that right now. It's like $60. Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. That's awesome. Like, that is so awesome. Okay. Then I guess what we'll do once that's done is probably patch the tire. I've got one of those plugging kits, and it's temporary, and I'll put that, you know, whoever buys this thing, I'll tell them, you know, okay, this tire's got a temp plug in it. You can leave it or you can fix it. Do what you want. Yeah. Okay. And what else was wrong? The airbag light. By the way, I figured out where the airbag off light is. It is right here, and as you can actually kind of see the outline right there, and it's obviously burnt out. So just to test that it's burnt out, I'm going to put something that's like, you know, 40 pounds on the seat, and if that turns on, then we've got some other problem. But if it stays off, then it's probably burnt out, or maybe someone hacked into the wiring somewhere. But anyway, that is a huge step in the right direction. And really, as for everything else that it needs a new driver's window switch panel. So I'm going to go to the junkyard and see if I can find one of those. But that's going to be a last priority after everything else is working. And the exhaust, that, honestly, it looks, and now, this would just be crazy lucky if this were the case. But it honestly looks... that space that's missing looks about as long as that resonator right there. Imagine if I could just take the resonator that's in the trunk and just plop it right back into place right there. That would just be absolutely amazing. So yeah, anyway, you know what though? That's gonna have to conclude the video though, because this video is going on for quite a long time now, and I gotta wrap it up. So if you guys are interested in kind of the process of what I end up doing, what is left now to do with this car, stay tuned. I might have one other video on it. But yeah, honestly, that's going to be it. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. But let me know in the comment section below how I can improve, and let me know what you want to see, and share this video with someone who you think might also enjoy it or find it useful or whatever, all that stuff. And maybe I should be an auctioneer. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, this is cool. Let me know if you want to kind of see a flip car process or series or whatever on here. That might be kind of cool. Anyway, I appreciate it again, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.